Hi, welcome to Copenhagen. Thanks for dropping in. Hope everybody is doing well. Today I am having a sneak peek at Gin and Tonic Dragon from Diamond Art Club. When I do these unboxing videos, I am always very aware of people who are new to diamond painting. Either people who are just thinking about taking it up as a hobby, or people who have maybe done a few small kits and they're looking to step up to something a bit more adventurous. So for that reason, I talk about Diamond Art Club, the company, the packaging, the drills, the canvas, the glue, the pen, the tray, everything. For that reason, the videos tend to be pretty long. So for people who know about Diamond Art Club and everything about them, you may not be interested in most of this video, which is fine. So I have created chapters. So if you're watching the video and you think, okay, I know about this, you can go to the description, look down the list and pick the section that you're interested in. That way you're not wasting time watching stuff that you know about, and you can just go to the sections that you want to see. If you are totally new to diamond painting, there is a lot. Hopefully you find it interesting, and if you've done some small kits, you'll start to see the difference between some companies and Diamond Art Club. Diamond Art Club are very different from any other diamond painting company, and I will talk about all the different things in the video. So after saying that, if you do decide to try Diamond Art Club, this is what you can expect to arrive at your door. You don't get a box in a plastic bag. It actually comes like this. So you get a branded box, Diamond Art Club, do what makes you sparkle. And we have diamondartclub.com, which is the website, at Diamond Art Club on Instagram and Diamond Art Club on Facebook. So this is the box that you get. And inside that box, you will find another box. The second box will have a rendering of the graphic of the kit that you've bought. So to give you an idea, this one is Gin and Tonic Dragon, and this is what the box looks like. So we have a rendering of the kit, so we can see the graphics or part of the graphics on the box. And if I turn it around, you can see the graphics wrap round. So if I do it both ways, so you can see part of the image. If we slide it up, we get a full thumbnail. Then you can see what the whole image is. Then underneath that, we get the details. So it's called Gin and Tonic Dragon. The artist is Stanley Morrison, and the size is 25.6 inches by 29.1 inches, which is 65 centimeters by 73.9 centimeters. Scroll it a little bit further, and we have DIY Diamond Art Kit Square. Now it's easy to tell with the Diamond Art Club boxes which ones are round and which are square, because this area here is a pale blue if it's square, and is a pale pink if it's round. So you can tell just from a distance which one it is, whether it's round or square. Then we have all-inclusive, see back for contents. Before that, we'll have a quick look at the sides. So on one side we have Unleash Your Inner Artist. We have part of the graphic. And then if I flip it over, again we have part of the graphic. And then as we go further down, we get another thumbnail, and it says full diamond coverage area. So this kit is not a partial. All of the canvas is covered in drills. Then we get more details on the actual canvas. 48 colours, including 2 Aurora Borealis and 3 fairy dust diamonds. If you are new to diamond painting and you're not sure, or you don't know what Aurora Borealis drills are or fairy dust, if you keep watching the video, you will find out. Total diamonds, 77,517. And at the bottom, we have the socials. So we have Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, and TikTok at Diamond Art Club, and the website diamonddarkclub.com. If we look at the top of the box, it says DIY Diamond Art Kit. On the bottom of the box, we have a thumbnail and the title, the artist and the size. Now, they didn't always do this. This is relatively new. And the reason they did it is because a lot of people build up quite a collection of kits before they actually get around to doing them. So while they're working on one, they may see something else they like and they buy that, and then maybe something else. So they can start to build up quite a collection. In the past, there was nothing on the end of the box. So if you had your boxes stacked, laying down, you couldn't tell what was in the box without lifting all the boxes above it and taking it out. So now they have the thumbnail and the title. So all you have to do is look along the ends of the boxes and you will see what is in each box. Really nice thing to add. It makes things a lot better. Also, if you're thinking, okay, I've just done a square kit, I think I'll do a round one. You just look along the end of the boxes. If it's blue, it's square. If it's pink, it's round. So it makes it a lot quicker, rather than looking at it and thinking, oh yeah, I think maybe I'll do that one, but I don't know if it's round or square. You can tell just by the colour. So yeah, that's good. So the box is sealed, but before we open it, we will have a look at the back. So again, Diamond Art Club, do what makes you sparkle. Then we get 6 thumbnails on how it works. So if you haven't diamond painted before, it gives you 6 basic steps on how to diamond paint. Slightly further down, kit contents. So we get a list of all the contents, but we'll skip that because I will go through everything in the box. Then we have warning, choking hazard, keep out of the reach of small children. You don't want them accidentally swallowing drills, thinking that they're maybe candy or something. Then we have third-party tested for compliance with EU and USA standards. So all of Diamond Art Club's kits have been tested to meet these standards by an independent authority. So they've been tested to make sure they're safe. We don't have any chemicals that shouldn't be there. We don't have any excess chemicals. They test everything. They test the drills, they test the canvas, they test the glue, everything. Diamond Art Club are the only company that I know of that actually have this on their box. Other companies, you may not know how much of certain chemicals are in things in the kit. So that's it. As I said, the box is sealed, so the first thing we have to do is open it. So I'll get the trusty scissors, try not to scratch the nice box. And we'll see how this goes. Okay, so just pull it off. And then we'll go to the top of the box and we'll open it up. And inside it says, do what makes you sparkle. And we have this little recess here that you can put your finger in. So if you do that and just pull, you see there is actually another box inside. So slide it open. Pretty big kit. So we'll put the box to the side. So just a very quick recap on the actual packaging for Diamond Art Club. You will get a box like this. Inside that box, you will get a box with the graphic rendering of the kit that you have bought. Inside that box, you will get this box. So this is basically a box with no top. So triple boxed, very, very well packaged. Very little chance of anything getting damaged in transit. So we have the canvas is in a bag, Diamond Art Club, do what makes you sparkle. But on top of that, we have the toolkit. So I'll talk about this first. So we'll put the box to the side. The toolkit comes in a resealable bag, and I'll open it up at the side because I like to talk about individual things, and it can be quite difficult to get them out of the bag because of the size of the tray and the size of the pen. So I'll just put things to the side, stick the bag up here. Just give me a second. Just want to make sure I've got everything, and I do. Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk about is the pen. If you have been diamond painting, you will be very familiar with this type of pen. It's a plastic straw. It has a nylon tip with a brass insert in the end. If you wiggle the tip, you can actually pull it out, so you can see it is just a straw. And this is the standard diamond painting pen tip. Now, this is what all companies supply with their diamond painting kits. The straw may be different colours, but this is the pen. Diamond Art Club used to supply pens like this. They did them in various colours just to make them a bit different. But then they decided it was time to step things up, and they have totally changed the diamond painting pen. So if you buy from Diamond Art Club, you will get a pen like this. So now, rather than getting a plastic straw with this small diameter, we get something that is more actually like a pen. It is wasted at either end, so it makes it more comfortable to hold. It is thicker than the narrow pen, so it will be more comfortable for people, especially people who have problems with maybe a touch of arthritis and you have trouble holding narrow things for any length of time. The other thing is you can vary your grip. Because the radius varies, you can adjust it. So if you start to feel a bit fatigued, you can move back a bit to make the pen a bit thicker, move forward a bit to make it a bit thinner. The other thing that's very different is the tip. So if we compare it to the standard pen, you can see there is quite a difference. We have this cap. So we'll take the cap off and we'll have a look at the actual tip. And again, comparing it to the standard pens, you can see there is quite a difference. Now, they both have the plastic at the bottom and then the brass insert, but you can see the Diamond Art Club pen tip is a lot thicker. And that is because the wax is actually inside this tip. You don't have to dip into wax, it is actually in the pen. And if I very quickly unscrew it, you can see this is what is inside. So we have this little piston or plug, whatever you want to call it, and inside here there is clear wax. So if you screw the pen down until it stops, that means that the inside of the pen is now touching the top of that piston. Then if you hold the tip and you turn the pen, that screws the pen down, which pushes the piston down, which pushes the wax to the tip. So the idea is that you feed it, because when you first get it, it's loose. So you feed it up and then you check the end to see if you can see any wax. If you can't, you turn it a little bit more, a little bit more. Don't turn it like full turns, because the wax, you'll start to get a lot of wax coming out like toothpaste. So it's just a matter of priming it, get the wax to the end, and then you're ready to go. Diamond paint for a bit, it will stop picking up like wax normally does, but instead of having to dip in the wax, all you do is hold the tip and just give it a slight turn. Because the pen is now primed, it's just a fraction of a turn, and that will push more wax to the tip, and then you just carry on diamond painting. So very, very different from the pens that other companies supply. I do have more detailed videos showing how the pen works, showing how to refill the pen, even showing how to change the, well, in that video it is putty. Initially when these pens came out they had white putty in them, but they have now switched to clear wax. But I did a video showing how you can take the putty out of the pen and refill it with pink wax in that video. But you don't have to do that now because it is wax that's in the pen, and most people seem to prefer wax to the putty. So I have some videos. I'll put links in the description and you can have a look if you're interested. So at the other end of the pen we have a multiplacer. Again, if you're new to diamond painting, a multiplacer allows you to place more than one drill at a time. If you're using this tip, you can only place one drill at a time. If you use the multiplacer with this one, you can place 4 drills at a time. This does not feed wax to the multiplacer. You have to push this into either pink wax or the clear wax. You fill the little channel up, you pour drills in your tray, give them a shake, line them up, and then you can pick up 4 drills at a time. So you just pick them up and then place them. You would use that mainly if you're working on a large area of the same colour, just to speed things up. So instead of placing 1, 1, 1, you would be placing 4, 4, 4. So speeds it up. You may want to do that if you're working on a kit and you're trying to get it done in time for somebody's birthday or something like that. So you start to realise, okay, this is going to take me longer than I thought. Maybe I should try using multiplacers to speed things up. So that is a 4-placer. I thought I had the, yeah, I do have the other one, couldn't see it. You also get a 7-placer, so larger multiplacer. These are just push-pull, so you just pull them out and push them in. So if you've got a really big area of the same colour, you could try the 7-placer. So again, you have to press this in pink wax or putty, whatever you normally use, fill the channel up, and then you can pick up 7 drills at a time. You don't have to use them. Personally, I don't use multiplacers. I enjoy placing 1 drill at a time. I listen to music, I put headphones on and listen to music, and that's how I relax and basically chill out. So I enjoy that. I'm not in a hurry, but maybe if I was doing one as a gift for someone and I did have a deadline, I would probably try the multiplacers to help speed things up. So the next thing is the tray. Again, if you've been buying small kits from different companies, you probably have seen trays like this. It is a small tray and it has angled sides, and you will find that if you're diamond painting, you've got your drills in the tray and you accidentally touch the side of the tray, it will flip over very, very easily, which is very annoying because when it happens, the drills land on the glue, they can land on the floor. So then you have to pick them all back up, put them back in the tray and start again. Yeah, just frustrating. So Diamond Art Club, this is the standard tray you'll get from Diamond Art Club with a full-sized kit. You can see it is much, much bigger than this small tray. So you can pour more drills in and spread them out compared to the small tray. The other thing is this tray has straight sides. So if you've got it sitting on the table and you accidentally bump it, tap it, it doesn't flip over. That's because it has the straight sides and it's wider, so it's got a much bigger surface area, much more stable. The other thing is it has a spout or a nozzle, and we have a stopper, so that just lifts out. The idea of the stopper is if you pour drills in your tray and you're giving it a shake, there isn't any chance of the drills accidentally falling out the end. So you can put the stopper in, shake your tray, get them lined up, and you're ready to go. But that isn't everything. You also get a lid, which you might think, no, it's no big deal. The thing about the lid is it doesn't just clip on the top, it actually slides into the tray. There is a groove either side, if I can get it lined up, and you just slide it up. When you get to the top, it clicks and it actually locks. So if you're diamond painting and you've got small kids and they're playing in the room and you suddenly realise, oh, I forgot something, I need to go and get it, you can lock the tray, leave it on the table. Even if the kids come along and pick it up, they can shake it, they'll hear the drills rattling inside, but the drills will stay there until they figure out how to actually open it, which you just put the thumb either side and pull back. Small kids, I'm not sure they would figure that or have the strength to do it. So hopefully your drills stay in the tray and don't get scattered all over the floor. So good idea for that. But also if you have pets that shed hair, like cats and dogs, if you've got a furry friend and you're diamond painting, you decide to stop and you're going to continue with the same colour, just put the lid on, slide it up, lock it, leave it on the table, go away for hours, days, weeks, months, come back, pop it open, and you have nice clean drills inside. You don't have any pet hairs, you don't have any dust or any crumbs or anything. Keeps everything nice and clean. It's a very simple idea, I think, and that's why I like it so much. It's just so easy to use. So lockable tray. It is also stackable. We have a little recess around the base, so if you get more kits, you can stack the trays if you want, and it only takes up that footprint on your desk. So really, really good design. Something I forgot to mention is you also get a refill for the wax in the pen. So when this eventually runs out, you can refill it. And as I said, I do have a video showing how to refill the pen. It is putty, but it's exactly the same principle. So we get some refill wax, clear wax, and we also get a heart of pink wax. So Diamond Art Club have always done the heart-shaped pink wax. So we get one heart. You can use that in the multiplacer. You can also use the clear wax in multiplacer. It really doesn't matter. You can also, if you want, swap out the clear wax and have this section here pink. It's really up to you. So pink wax and clear wax are supplied. And then finally we get the baggies, a bag of bags, and these are used to store the spare drills that you have at the end. When you finish your kit, you will have some spares of all the colours. It's a good idea to keep them and put the DMC code, a little label, DMC code on the bag, pour the drills in, and then keep them, because if you run out of a colour on a kit in the future, you can use these. So the DMC number is important, but I'll talk about that a bit later, again, if you're new and you don't know what DMC codes are. But anyway, these are the resealable bags that we get. And I always count them, I've just always done it out of curiosity. So we count the bag they came in because they're all the same. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So this time we got 19. It does vary slightly. It tends to be somewhere between 15 and 20 with Diamond Art Club anyway. So that is the baggies. So that is the toolkit. As I said, it is very different from toolkits you'll get from the other companies. You will not get a lockable tray as standard. You will not get a pen that comes already loaded with wax and you just have to refill it. This is something very different. So yeah, that's why I go through this, because there's always a chance that somebody who has never seen Diamond Art Club kits before gets to see what you get with Diamond Art Club and why people talk so much about them. There are a few more things, but they will be coming up later in the video. Diamond Art Club are very innovative when it comes to diamond painting. They come up with new ideas and they're always looking to develop things. So we'll go back to the box and talking about different things. Underneath the toolkit we have a thank you envelope. So we'll talk about that. So the box goes back again. So here we have Diamond Art Club, do what makes you sparkle, thank you for your purchase. A very sparkly little diamond, nice little touch. If we flip it over, thank you for your purchase, and another sparkly little diamond. But this one actually acts as a lock for the envelope, so we fold it up and we can open it. So here we've got the socials, again, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest and TikTok at Diamond Art Club, and the website diamondartclub.com. If I open it up, we've got something in the envelope. So we've got this, which I will talk about in a minute. And we also have this, which I will talk about in a minute. But first, we will look at the actual envelope. So inside we have tips and tricks. So we've got some little tips and tricks. If you're new to diamond painting, you might pick up something useful in there. Then we have join our Facebook group, scan the QR code and you can join the Facebook group. Very, very good group, very well run, and a very helpful group. If you're new to diamond painting, definitely worth going in and just browsing. If nothing else, you will see what people are working on. You will see what people have finished. People will talk about their favourite pieces, their favourite artists, all that sort of stuff. If you have any questions at all, diamond painting related, just fire it in. You will always get a reply. In fact, you will always get many replies. Everybody is very keen to help others. So we have diamond painters from all over the world, all levels of experience, people who have been diamond painting pretty much since diamond painting was invented, to people who are totally new. So if you are new, don't be shy. Don't feel that you're going to be the only person that doesn't know this. And that is the other thing. People ask questions, and a lot of people will actually learn stuff without even having to ask the question. They'll just see things and think, oh, I didn't know that. And then they know it. So you can build up a lot of experience just by reading the comments. So next we have how to use and refill the twist and pick applicator. The twist and pick applicator is the diamond painting pen. How to use it, how to refill it, and then we have step-by-step instructions again on how to diamond paint. At the bottom, the kit contents, which we've been going through. And then finally we get save 20% off your first app purchase. So we have QR codes for iPhone and Android. Scan your relevant QR code, download the Diamond Art Club app, and if you see a diamond painting that you like, you can order it through the app and save 20%, which is a really nice saving. It only applies for the first purchase through the app, but definitely worth using. So that is the envelope. The first thing that I took out of the envelope was this. So this is a treasure quest card, and again this is something that Diamond Art Club are doing and no other company does. So the treasure quest cards are not guaranteed in the kits. When you get a kit, you can't expect to get one for sure. Sometimes you won't get one, and that's part of the fun, if you like. When you open the kit, you don't know if you're going to get a card. If you do get a card, you don't know which level it's going to be. But if you do get a card, you will have the graphic of the kit that you've ordered. So this is Gin Tonic Dragon, and if I flip it over, on the back it says Diamond Art Club Treasure Quest cards, and this one is bronze. Don't know if you can make it out, but just here it says bronze. Now the Treasure Quest cards come in different levels. You get bronze, silver, gold and black, with black being the rarest. I do have a video that goes into detail about all of this. When I did that video, they didn't have Treasure Quest cards. They had trading cards, and they didn't have the level printed. You had to figure that out by looking at the graphic on the back. They are different for each level. The bronze is the most basic design. Silver is a little bit more intricate, thinner lines, a bit more covered on the card. The gold card is very intricate, covers the whole back, and then the black card is black. Here we have a scratch code. So if we scratch this off, we get a unique code, and the idea is that you collect the cards and you collect the codes, and then you can claim gift cards. So very quickly, the basic or the first gift card is for $50. To be able to claim that, you need 5 bronze codes, 3 silver codes, and 1 gold code, or if you're very lucky, 2 black cards. So if you get 2 black cards, you can claim put the codes in and claim a $50 gift card. That is the bottom one. The next one is $75, then $100, then $200, and then the top one is that you can actually ask Diamond Art Club to create a custom diamond painting for you. You send in a picture and they will make it a custom diamond painting. It would be things like maybe a wedding picture, a picture of the kids, picture of the pets, whatever, something that means something to you. You can get it converted into a Diamond Art Club diamond painting. Now that is very unique because Diamond Art Club do not do custom kits. If you contact Diamond Art Club and say, I've got this picture, I would really like it converted into a diamond painting, they will not do it. The only way they'll do it is if you have collected these codes and got the right number. I won't go through the whole thing. As I said, I've got a video about the cards and the different levels and what you need for the different levels. So I'll put a link in the description. But no other company is doing anything like this yet. There are things that Diamond Art Club did and then other companies have sort of followed. So at the moment, no other company is doing anything like this. I mean, the cards in themselves are really nice. I did get a little album, so now I can flick through them and I can show people what I've got and the graphics just by looking through a little album. So that's pretty cool. So that was the Treasure Quest card. And the other thing that was in it was this. So we have Diamond Art Club Do What Makes You Sparkle, Gin Tonic Dragon, Stanley Morrison. I was going to say these are, but even the diamond is a pre-cut label. All of these can be peeled out and stuck somewhere. The idea is that people can use them if they keep a physical logbook. A lot of people actually keep a physical book with a record of the kits they've got, when they started them, when they finished them, how many colours they've got, a thumbnail of what it actually looks like. So if we look in the back, you can see we've got a thumbnail of the kit. We've got start date and end date, and we've got all the details, the number of colours, whether it's round or square, and the size. So if you have a book, you can start populating the book with the different kits and you can just flick through it. Very handy if you're showing people your diamond paintings, because you can just show them the book and say, this is what I've got, and this is what I've done, this is what I've still to do. You can put it all in the book. So inside this, we have this. So this is the key, or the legend. Most people call it the legend, I think. I've just always called it the key. And this shows you how many colours you've got. So starts at 1 and it goes up to 48. So I know that I have 48 colours in this kit. The next column is symbol. So these are the symbols on the canvas, so you know where to place the different colours. And then we have code. And again, for people who are new to diamond painting, maybe haven't heard of DMC code or have heard of it but don't know what it is. The DMC code is a standardized way of numbering a specific shade of a colour. So I'll pick grey just as an example. So how many greys have we got in this one? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, say 9 probably. Some are, it's hard to tell if it's grey or green, but say 9 greys. So if you're working on the kit and you happen to run out of a colour, you contact Diamond Dark Club and you say, I'm working on Gin Tonic Dragon and I ran out of grey, can you please send me some extras? They won't know which shade of grey it is. So what you should do is, if you contact them and say, I'm working on Gin Tonic Dragon and I've run out of DMC code 318, for example. So they'll say, okay, we'll send you some spares, and they send you DMC code 318, which is the colour you want. If you said grey, they would have all these choices. They wouldn't know which shade of grey it was. So that's why the DMC codes are important. It's a standard way of numbering a specific shade of a colour. And all the companies that use DMC codes, and there are quite a few, the colours will be the same. They do vary very slightly by batch. When they make them, they can vary slightly, but they're basically the same colour. For example, DMC 310 is black. So if you've got drills from any company that say DMC 310, they will be black. These are pre-cut labels as well, so you can peel them off. So if we go down to number 100, you can see, you can peel it. And the idea behind that is when you're getting ready or kitting up, as they say, you can take these stickers and put them on bags or containers and then pour the drills in, and that's it ready. You don't have to handwrite labels with the DMC code. You don't have to try and draw the symbols. You just peel the sticker off, stick it on the bag or the container, and you're ready to go. So that is it. That is the key or the legend. So I'll put that to the side, and then we'll go back to the box. And now we've got the canvas. So we'll lift the canvas out and we'll put the box to the side for the final time. So the canvas comes in a resealable bag to keep it nice and clean. So the box is sealed and then the bag is sealed as well to make sure we don't get any dust or anything getting on the glue. So we have Diamond Dark Club, do it makes you sparkle. If we flip it over, you can see there's a glue strip here, so it's just a matter of finding the corner and peeling it back, and then we can take it out. Now, because it's resealable, it means I can take the kit out, I can show everybody it, then I can put it all back again, roll it up, put it back in the bag, and then reseal it until I'm ready to work on it. So it's nice that it is resealable. So now we've got the DAC canvas. If you have never tried DAC and you have been diamond painting and you do decide to try a Diamond Art Club, I am sure you're going to notice that the canvas is very different from anything you've worked on. It is extremely soft, it is almost like velvet. It is quite thick, it's very pliable, malleable, easy to work with. It has the scalloped edges and it has stitching as well, and this is to stop it from fraying. So the canvas is actually, what is it? I always get mixed up with these things. It is trademarked, I think, copyrighted, one or the other. But it is Diamond Art Club's canvas. I think it's trademarked. So you won't find a canvas like this, and I have tried a lot of different companies and I haven't found any that meet this sort of standard of canvas. Really, really nice canvas. So inside the canvas we have the drills. So we'll talk about the drills. Again, this is something that's a bit different with Diamond Art Club, because Diamond Art Club actually manufacture their own drills. They don't buy in from a supplier. All the other companies buy their drills in from suppliers. Diamond Art Club used to do it, but they found that sometimes they would get drills that weren't really up to their standard. The colours weren't vibrant enough, the shape wasn't uniform enough. So they decided the only way that they could consistently get high quality drills was to actually manufacture them themselves. So that's what they do. They buy high quality resin in from Germany and they manufacture their own drills. So the drills come in the typical bag that has a glue strip somewhere along the side. So we just peel along the strip. Always the noisiest part of the video, so I'll try and get it done quickly. Take them out and we throw that bag away. So now we have the drills. If I put it on the side, you can get an idea of the colours. So we have some bright colours in here, but a lot of it is pretty dark because the background is a dark sort of mottled grey, which looks really cool, but we'll talk about that later once I get to the actual canvas. So the bags are, sorry, the drills, not the bags. The drills are bagged by weight and they only have the DMC code on them. They don't have like colour number 1, colour number 2. They just have the DMC code. And because they're bagged by weight, it means the DMC codes do not run in sequence. So we'll start looking through them. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through all of the colours, all of the DMC codes, so we can see the colours, get an idea how many bags of each colour we've got. If you are not interested in this, just go to the description and skip to the next section. I will also be showing what AB drills are and what fairy dust drills are and explaining them for people who are new as well. So we'll start here, and the first one is DMC code 3799, 3799, 3799, 3799. Then 3042, 317, 317, 317, 844, 844, 844, 844, 413, 413, 413, 413, 413, lot 413, 414, 414, and 310 black. Somehow I don't think this will be all of the black, but we'll see. So we'll go to the next string and have another bag of 310. So that might be it, but we'll find out. So 310, 939, 939, 939, 823, 823, 823, 169, 169, 3834, 318, 318, 6021, 154, 3362, 312, 3371, 935, 798, 803. So a lot of pretty dark colours in this, and it's because of the background. But the thing is, if you have a dark background, it makes the colours pop. They really stand out against the dark background. So now we get to some actual colours. So 825, 336, 924, 826, 6030. Now again, Diamond Art Club manufacture their own drills, and they've actually came up with their own DMC code. If you see 6000, this is a colour that Diamond Art Club have added to the DMC colours. The reason for that is sometimes they're looking for a colour in between as they're trying to blend colours, and they think, well, we've got this DMC and that DMC, but it would be nice if we had something just that little shade in between, which really helps with the blending. So they make them. That's the advantage of manufacturing your own drills. So they came up with the 6000s. So if you see 6000s, that was a colour that Diamond Art Club came up with. Then we've got 809, 934, 813, 6031, 160, 937, Z415. Now the Z codes are what they call fairy dust. These drills have a special coating on them, and it is like very, 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 very fine glitter. And what that does is it reflects differently from the standard drills. The standard drills will reflect white light. As you walk past, you'll get these sparkles, little flashes of white light. That's because the light is hitting a facet or a face on the drill and it's reflecting back. These have this fine, fine, fine glitter. So instead of the whole surface reflecting back white light, it's broken up into these tiny little sparkles. So it gives a different effect. Then we have 611 and then Z3766, I like that, it's a nice colour of blue. So again, this is the fairy dust and it has that extra sparkle. 3768, Z794, so yet another fairy dust. 434, 762, AB470. Now the AB drills also have a special coating, but this is different again. These drills are green, but because they are ABs, they reflect different colours. The AB is from Aurora Borealis, or the Northern Lights, where the sky changes colours. These drills reflect different colours. So the drills are actually green, but if I tilt it in the light, I can see green, purple, blue, red and yellow. So when you walk past and it's hanging up on the wall, you will get these little very bright flashes. As I said, these are green, but instead of seeing green, you'll get a very bright flash, maybe of blue or purple or red or yellow. So it just adds extra to the diamond painting. So it's a really, really nice effect. And normally the ABs are used pretty sparingly, so you just get this little twinkle here and there of different colours. Really, really nice effect. Then we have 435. So down to the last small string, you can see these bags are very small. They hardly have any drills in them. So we have 6001, 3865, 898, 3011, AB436. So yet another AB, this time it's brown. And if I tilt it, I can see green, yellow, red. I think that's it. And then 472, 437, and then the final one, 779. So that is all of the drills from Gin and Tonic Dragon. So I'll put these to the side and then we can finally get to the canvas. So back to the canvas. Before I open it, I'll just check to see which way it's. Right, okay, so it's going to start at the bottom. And I'm going to switch off some lights, because if I don't, you will just see reflections of lights all over the cover. So switch off that light and switch off that light, and just leaves one light, so we'll see how it goes. So we'll start at the bottom of the picture. So start to open it up. Now you can see why there's so much dark. But we've got, this is the tail of one of the dragons inside a glass. And then in the background we've got this sort of mottled smoky effect, which will really make the colour stand out. Now you can see we've got the other dragon in here as well. So we've got two dragons in a glass. And we have a tail going down here. So you can see the whole glass, and then as we open it even further, you see the dragons. That is really, really cool, really cool. So this one is Gin and Tonic Dragon, but there are actually quite a few, and this is actually the sixth one. And I know that people collect them, so they always are very, very popular. These images are just really, really nice if you're interested in this sort of thing. Not everybody is, but it's a sort of fantasy dragon artwork. One of the things that impresses me with all of them is the background, which you might not think is a big thing, but it's the way that Diamond Art Club render these kits. We have this sort of mottled, smoky effect, and if I go back to the bottom, you can see down here it is very dark, almost black, and we even get the reflection of the glass in the very bottom. But as we go further up, we've got a sort of darkish grey up here, but on this side it's a much lighter grey, so it gives the effect of a spotlight shining onto that background. Because the background is so dark and it isn't detailed, it doesn't draw your attention away from the dragons. It means that the dragons in the glass are the focal point. So they really stand out, but the texture in the background is what I like. It gives it a sort of an atmospheric look. I really, really like the way that Diamond Art Club do this. And the reason it looks so good is because Diamond Art Club hand render. They don't just scan an image from the artist and then just print it. They look at it and then they start to build it up. So they have a team of people who render the artwork. That's what they do, that is their job. They render the artwork. So Diamond Art Club kits are hand rendered. And it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of experience, a lot of skill to get the images looking as close as possible to the original artwork. So they just do it very, very well. And I think the background really shows that. Because it is difficult to blend these colours and get this effect. They could have done it just all black, they could have done it just all grey, or just a slight difference in shade, but it changes a lot in the background. There are a lot of colours in here, even though you don't notice it. I forget how many greys I counted, but most of those greys are in this background. So a lot of work goes into that, and it really shows. And I always say this when we're looking at the canvases, all we're looking at is print. Once we actually get the drills on here, the colours are much more vibrant. We have the sparkle of the drills, we have the ABs with all those different colours that they flash. We'll have quite a few fairy dust as well, giving that extra sort of micro sparkle. It's going to be a really, really nice diamond painting. So I'll take it up, and something else I want to talk about is the canvas. All other companies supply, if they use poured glue, they have a clear cover like this. And it is one big sheet. Normally it's just one big sheet, or maybe two overlapping each other. Diamond Art Club decided to do something different because they look at how people diamond paint, they watch feedback, the people can comment and write in to the Facebook group, and Diamond Art Club watch what people are talking about and things that they have problems with, and they think about it. Like the pen, they thought, how can we come up with a better pen that's more comfortable? And then they thought, well, yeah, we could do that, and then we could actually have the wax in the pen so people don't have to keep dipping into the pink wax. With the cover, they saw that a lot of people were either using washi tape to section off the clear cover. So they made a grid with this tape, and then they cut along the tape and they cut out sections. So they would cut a section, work on it, cut another section, work on it. Or they would use release papers, which are small sheets of paper that can go on the canvas. They don't stick to the glue. And people would remove the big sheet, replace it with all these little sheets of paper, and then just take a sheet off at a time and work on it. And that's the way that I had been doing it. I'd been just taking the whole cover off when I was ready to work on it, and I would put on these little pieces of release paper. And then Diamond Art Club came up with the idea of a perforated cover. So that means that the cover actually has perforations in it that you can tear. But if you want to work it like you always have, like one big sheet, you can still do that if you want. So if I peel this up I can just take it along and I can peel the whole thing. But if I want to work it the way that I would do it, normally I start in the bottom right hand corner. I just find the first perforation. So we have these dotted lines that you can see against the white, and they are on the cover, but they're not on the canvas. So it gives you a guide to where the dotted lines are, so it's easier to find them, to tear them. So this one, just the way it's set up, the box is only this wide. Now, I might decide just to do that. That whole section nearly is black. So that would just be a checkerboard for me, single placing, fill it up and that'd be black. But I might decide, well, it's quite a small section, I want to do one a bit bigger. So what I would do is I would go along to the second line and I would just tear it and then I would peel it back up to the dotted line that I can see that goes across the way, and then I would just fold it back and the cover will stay there, it doesn't flip back. So then I would work on the section. If I hadn't finished it, I would, if I was going to stop, I would just flip this back. So that's why I don't tear it along the top, so I can just fold it back. I don't have to, if I took it off completely, I would have to try and get it lined up exactly again. So I don't have to do that. So I would have this up here, I'd be working on this, decide, okay, I've done enough, I haven't finished it, put this back, press it down on the exposed glue, and that keeps it on, stops any dust or anything. So I would do that until it was finished, and even when it was finished, I would still put this back, because then that stops any dust or hairs or crumbs or anything getting in between the drills while I'm working on another section. So then I would come to this section and I would go for the size. These are 10 by 10 squares, 10 centimetre by 10 centimetre, which is a good size for me. I don't like leaving a big area of glue exposed. So I would just come to this one, I would start it, and then I would just peel it up to the dotted line, fold it back, do that section, cover it up, next one, and then work up and along and up and along. Reach as far as I can, because this is a tall canvas, flip the whole canvas round, and I would start actually at the top, because if you imagine this was done up to about here, if I turn the canvas round, I would have the bottom of the pictures done, but if I turned it round like this and went to do the other half and started in this bottom corner where I would normally start, it would mean if I wanted to take a picture, I would have half of the kit done, a huge gap, and then a square up here. So the way that I do it is I do half, or as far as I can reach comfortably, turn it over, and then I work from that completed section. So I would start maybe over here or here, it doesn't matter. And I would just work along and down and along and down until I finish. And then I would finish in either this bottom corner or this bottom corner, it doesn't really matter. But it means if I'm going to take pictures of whips, work in progress, to show people what I've done so far, the picture would be complete up to where I had done. And we wouldn't have this big gap that wasn't done and a square here that was, it would look kind of weird. So that's the way that I do it. I just always start in the bottom right hand corner. It's really up to you. People start on the left hand side, people start everywhere, some people start in the middle even. It's really up to you. But at the end of the day, as long as you have the drills in the places they're meant to be, by the end of it, it's right. It's still going to look the same. It's just really up to you how you're going to work it. Just thinking the final thing probably that I want to talk about is this part down here. So we've got Gin Tonic Dragon, the size, and then we've got copyright, Stanley Morrison, Tate licensing, Diamond Art Club registered trademark. So Diamond Art Club always have this. They always have the copyright, they always have the original artist's name, because Diamond Art Club work with the artists, everything is licensed. So what would happen is Diamond Art Club would work on this, they would come up with the rendering and they would send it back to Stanley and say, or maybe it would be Tate licensing, depending how he works, I don't know. and they would say, right, okay, this is the rendering. Is this okay? Is this good enough? So obviously Stanley wants this to look as good as possible. It's his artwork. He has spent a very long time designing this, and he wants it to look as good as it possibly can as a diamond painting. So then he'll say, or they will say, yes, that is good enough, and then Diamond Art Club will print it and distribute it. Because it is licensed, it means that Stanley will get revenue from it, from the sales, and because of that, artists could see that there is actually a way to get some revenue from their artwork, and they may release more pieces of their artwork. As I said, this is the 6th one in the series as a diamond painting, and they are very, very popular, and I totally understand why. They are just so cool. These particular ones, I think it would be very cool if a bar or a club or something had these around. I think it would look really, really nice, all these different dragons and the different glasses. It would just look really cool. But yeah, they are very, very popular. So Stanley has seen that people really enjoy doing them as diamond paintings, and they look really, really good because we have all this extra sparkling stuff that you don't get from just normal paint or artwork. You get this extra sort of fullness, I would say, because again, the colours look good here, but they will be so much richer when the drills are actually on. So as I said, Diamond Art Club have always done this. They've always worked with licensed artwork. Because they do the hand rendering, they do not offer various sizes. You will get companies who scan images and they will sell 4 or 5 or 6 different sizes at different prices. What they don't tell you is the smaller that image goes, the worse it is going to look. Diamond Art Club aren't interested in that. They want it to look as good as it possibly can. Because of that, they work on it, they get it rendered so it's as good as they can get it, and then that is the size. So that's why the Diamond Art Club diamond paintings seem to be kind of random sizes. They don't work to preset size, because if you try and fit them into a certain size, it could be that you have to lose detail to get it to fit, and Diamond Art Club don't want that. And I'm just looking at this as I'm talking, and I've just noticed, for example, just on this wing, there are, what, 4 or 5 different shades, or maybe more, just in this little section. You get this, it looks like it's going to be like an iridescent look. And again, this is down to hand rendering, and it continues here as well. So it's these small details, but they make a huge difference to the finished piece. Another company may have just done all of this grey in between, but Diamond Art Club are going for all the detail they can get, all the colours, and it's really, really going to show. This is going to be a really nice diamond painting. Yeah, I like it a lot. So that is it. I think I've pretty much covered everything. So that was Gin and Tonic Dragon from Diamond Art Club. So I thought we could have a close-up look at the actual canvas. So now we can see the quality of the print. We're checking to make sure everything is nice and clear. Symbols are easy to read. There are no defects, double print, misprint, faded print, anything like that. As you can see, it's absolutely perfect. And as you can also see, there is quite a bit of confetti in this. For people who don't know what confetti is, when we talk about it in diamond painting, it's when you get a lot of different colours in a small area. So you have to chop and change your colours quite a lot. And some people like it, some people hate it. But for me, it's the final image. It is definitely worth the work. As I said, I think this is going to be a fantastic looking diamond painting. definitely something that appeals to me, and I'm really looking forward to seeing it finished and taking it into work and letting people see it hang up in the canteen. So that was a sneak peek of Gin Tonic Dragon from Diamond Art Club. This is a very, very nice diamond painting. As I said, these are very, very popular. I know people collect them, and this is the 6th one, and it is the only one that has 2 dragons. As I said, it's the whole thing. It's not just the image of the dragons that caught my attention, it's the background. It is just done so well, with this dark, very dark in the bottom right hand corner, and the base. It's so dark you can actually see the reflection of the glass. And then it gets a bit lighter, and then up in the left hand corner it is lighter than anywhere else. So it gives this effect of maybe a spotlight shining behind. Just really, really well done. And then just that little piece that I pointed out in the wing, just that detail, it's a sort of, it looks like it's going to be a sort of iridescence in the wing. It's just different, and I really like things that are different, different techniques and things that I've never seen before. So yeah, it's a really nice diamond painting. I am sure this is going to be very, very popular when it is available. As I said, this is a sneak peek, so if you're watching this video just as it goes up, this diamond painting will not be available yet on the Diamond Art Club website. It does not get released until Saturday, and I have to check the date because I forgot, the 29th, nearly the end of the month already. But Saturday, the 29th of March, is the release day. Ruby and Diamond members, you know who you are. The release is 9 AM PST. The general release is 9:30 AM PST. So if you are not a Ruby or Diamond member, you will not see this on the website until 9:30 AM PST on Saturday the 29th of March. And if you are going for it, I wish you good luck, because I think this is going to be very, very popular. So that's it for today. Another excellent Diamond Art Club diamond painting. If you enjoyed the video and you would like to see more unboxings, unbaggings, comparisons, accessories, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification button. If you do that, you may catch me live. I do occasional lives where I'm working on a kit. People can drop in, they can see what I'm working on, and we can chat about diamond painting, we can chat about the weather, we can chat about anything. It just gives me a chance to actually get to know other diamond painters around the world a little bit better than just messages and Facebook groups and that sort of thing. So if you're interested in dropping in and just having a bit of a chat, please do. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and in the meantime, take care, be safe, and wash your hands.